Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. stated, life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others?
Giving your time for the benefit of someone else, it is a selfless act. January is National Mentoring Month, so in today's Relationship Reboot, we're getting advice on how to form and thrive in mentoring relationships. Because it takes work by both parties there. Joining us live on Skype, relationship guru Michael Walker, a PhD student at University of Minnesota. Michael, nice to see you this morning.
Nice to see you guys as well. Thank you for having me today.
Why don't we start talking about this idea that there are different types of mentoring? It's not necessarily a formal kind of, you are officially my mentor, right?
Correct. There's different mentoring relationships that happen. Obviously, the main ones we usually see is academic mentoring, workplace mentoring, and then youth mentoring. But those can form in many different ways. They can be formal relationships, but they can also be informal, where you have a relationship with someone and it builds into this mentoring relationship.
Michael, you spend a lot of your days, a lot of your time, and have for years being a mentor to students there. I'm wondering your advice on setting the expectations for what a mentor should be and what a mentee should be and their responsibilities.
Yeah, for sure. I think one of the key points is that we should listen to our mentees to find out what it is they want to get out of this relationship, right? We have to listen to them so that we can be prepared to share our stories, share our information that we have, so it's a benefit for them. But also as a mentor, we want to provide a vision on how we see the process working. How do we want our meetings to occur? What times do we want them to occur? But also as a mentor, we have to make sure that we are consistent. Consistency is really important in this process because we're trying to build trust in the relationship.
Boy, and when you fall short there, I think that really can be, it can do some damage, can't it?
It definitely can do some damage. And the key to when you do fall short, because we're humans and we will make those mistakes, is it's on the front end. How do we build the relationship on the front end? Because this mentoring is really about building a strong relationship. And what I would suggest for people is, before we start into providing advice or information, we should get to know each other first. And one of the ways that we can get to know each other is through sharing our autobiographies or sharing our stories on how we came to be in front of each other today, so that we get an understanding of where each other are and how we show up.
I imagine flexibility is a key issue there as well.
Yeah, specifically during the times that we're in right now in the pandemic, right? Typically, mentoring relationships occur in person and face-to-face, but now we have to be more flexible with how we access each other. So, the form of text messaging, phone calls, obviously we have the technology of FaceTime and Zoom. So just being flexible around those type of ways to connect. The other thing about being flexible is allowing the conversation to go where it needs to go. I mean, there's so many things that we can learn from each other, and mentoring should not just be a one-way street. It should be a two-way street where we learn from each other. And when we do that, that's where we can see growth, and it can expand to more than just this mentoring relationship.
Yeah, I think if you are someone lucky enough to have a mentor, especially in your formative years, it sticks with you forever.
For sure. I mean, I think about it now. At the age that I am, I still have mentors that I connect with all the time. People that I had a relationship with when I was a teen and even up into workplace. And so one of the keys about this mentoring relationship is that we must share. As a mentor, we must share our networks to connect our young people with other adults. We need to share our insight, but also share our struggles and trials that we have experienced, so that they have a roadmap of how to maybe not walk down some of those mistakes that we have made in the past.
One of the things I've found with mentoring, whether it's formal or informal, is what you can learn from your own mentee, probably just as much as what they can learn from you.
For sure. And I think, like I said, I think that's the key. Once you start to have the two-way learning occur, I mean, the relationship will go deeper, and now everybody starts to feel valued and valuable. And so now they know that their statements matter, their voice matters, and in that process, you can only do really good work with that. So it's important to understand that this is a two-way learning experience.
Good stuff. Super important to seek out people maybe that don't look like yourself or have the same opportunities that you have to mentor as well. Like, use the advantages you have to share that knowledge. Very important.
Yeah, we definitely have to be intentional about that, for sure. That's really key to that work.
Michael Walker, good stuff. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys. Have a great day.